This is Art History with Kenneth on the KJL Podcast Channel, a series where timeless masterpieces are brought to life through the lens of artist and host, Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. Each episode takes viewers on a visual and historical journey, uncovering the stories, styles, and significance behind the world's most influential artists and art movements. From bold brushstrokes to revolutionary ideas, this is where the past meets creative perspective. The journey begins now.
Welcome to the Art History Show on the KJL Podcast Channel. I'm your host, Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. Today, we uncover the story of a pioneering woman whose visionary abstract works were hidden from the world for decades, Hilma F. Klint. Often overlooked, Hilma F. Klint was decades ahead of her time, creating abstract art long before it became a recognized movement. She is quite literally the hidden mother of abstraction. Let's begin. Segment 1, Early Life and Education. Born in 1862 in Sweden, Hilma A. Klint studied at the Royal Academy of Fine Arts in Stockholm, one of the few women accepted in her time. She was skilled in traditional painting, especially botanical illustrations and landscapes. But Hilma's art was destined for something far beyond traditional representation. Segment 2, Spiritualism and the Five. In the late 1890s, Hilma became deeply involved with spiritualism and esoteric philosophies like theosophy and anthroposophy. In 1896, she co-founded The Five, a group of women artists committed to exploring spiritual realms through meditation and seances. These experiences deeply influenced Hilma's work, leading her to creating paintings and guided by messages from higher spiritual beings she called the High Masters.
You're watching KJL Podcast Channel, home of Art with Kenneth, where he paints live, share techniques, and talks all things art. The Art History Show, highlighting legendary artists from the past and their lasting impact. The Muse Unveiled Show experience, where real people become timeless works of art. Don't miss the gallery and museum tour show, taking you through inspiring exhibitions and creative spaces across the country. Join us monthly for coffee, tea, paint and sip, a relaxed, hands-on event at the KJL Art Sanctuary. Commissioned accepted, and now is the perfect time to begin your journey as a collector. Want to support the channel? Tap the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Plan your visit to the KJL Art Sanctuary Gallery and Studio at 310 4th Street, Ewing, New Jersey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the KJL Podcast Channel, where art dwells, breathes, and inspires. Now back to the show.
Segment 3, The Paintings for the Temple. Between 1906 and 1915, Hilma F. Klint produced nearly 200 abstract paintings collectively known as the Paintings for the Temple. These were radical, large, colorful, symbolic, and filled with geometric shapes and organic forms. Hilma saw these paintings as sacred. She believed they were messages from the spirit world and insisted they not be shown publicly until 20 years after her death. Segment 4, posthumous recognition. Hilma's work remained largely unknown for decades, but in the late 20th century, scholars began to uncover her legacy. In 2018, the Guggenheim Museum in New York held a groundbreaking exhibition, Hilma af Klint, Paintings for the Future, which brought her work to global prominence. The exhibition shattered previous narratives about the origins of abstract art and highlighted Hilma's pivotal role. Segment 5, Legacy and Impact. Hilma af Klint challenges us to rethink the history of modern art and exclusion of women from its story. Her work fuses spirituality, science, and art in a way that still inspires artists today. She reminds us that innovation often happens quietly and that sometimes the most important stories remain hidden until the right time. In closing, Hilma af Klint's paintings open a door to unseen, a doorway that has since inspired generations. This has been the Art History Show on the KJL Podcast Channel. I'm Kenneth J. Sr. And remember, stay visionary, stay open, and always dig deeper.
Thank you for watching Art History with Kenneth on the KJL Podcast Channel. If this episode inspired, informed, or intrigued you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more. Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. returns every other week with more captivating stories from the art world, exploring the legends, the techniques, and the timeless works that continue to shape our creative world. Until the next brushstroke